Hey everybody, it is getting close to the end of the month, so I'm going to go ahead and do my August 2018 budget wrap up. I've already got my 2 paychecks in for the month and I have told all of those dollar bills where to go. Overall, this month has went pretty well. The only sort of atypical expense I had was a trip up to West Virginia and back, but really the expenses for that were pretty minimal. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. Okay, the first debt on my list that we're going to look at is going to be the top middle debt there, labeled State Employees Credit Union. That is a personal loan that I took out last month. The balance was about $4,482. And after my payment went through, it went down to $4,195. Let's see how many lines we can color in there. We're at 41.95. So I can color down to here. 3 lines. Oh goody. One thing I forgot to mention about this debt last month is that the payments for this debt come out of my state employees savings account automatically every month, and they just take the usual minimum payment out. So since this is the debt that I'm focusing on right now to try to get rid of as quickly as I can, I am putting as much extra money as I can each month into that account. And once I get enough saved up, I'm going to just go into the bank and then pay the whole thing off at once. So even though my account balance right now is down to about $4,200, I actually have sitting in that bank account $1,482 just sitting there. So if I were to walk in there today and say, hey, put that money towards this debt, then the balance that I would owe on that debt would be closer to $2,700. But I'm just going to wait until I get enough money in the account. That way I don't have to, make so many trips to the bank. I'll just put as much as I can in there, and then once I have enough to pay it off, I'll go in and pay it off all at once. Okay, next debt we're going to look at is the one next to it that used to be the Wells Fargo personal loan that I had. Last month, I did decide to take advantage of a balance transfer type deal, so I could have 0 interest on it until July 2019. So, but as you know, whenever you do that type of thing, there is a balance transfer fee that they charge you. So actually, my balance due for that debt went up a little bit. I had it down to $8,525. Now it is up to $8,750. But the good thing is it is no longer going to have any interest on that until July of 2019. So the payments I make towards it now will all go towards the principal instead of some getting taken out for interest. I went back and looked over the last few months, and every month with that debt when it was with Wells Fargo, I was losing $80 to $100 just in interest. So for me to take advantage of this 0 interest balance transfer period, it just made a lot of financial sense to do that, so I went ahead and did that. But since the balance went up to $8,750, I won't be able to, actually I can color in one line there. Yeah, I guess I must have, I hadn't colored in the lines when I got it down to $8,500 yet, because I was saving that for this video. So I paid it down to $8,500 and then did the balance transfer, but I still get to color in one line because it's at $8,750. So yay, I'll take what I can get. And this debt will be the one that I am working on after I get the state employees debt paid off, since I only have until July 2019 to pay the whole thing off. Otherwise, they'll charge the interest, and I don't want them to do that. That was the whole reason I took advantage of that deal. All right, next debt that we'll look at is the debt for the bed underneath the the now Bank of America loan. The balance for the bed last month was $5,800 even. It is now down to $5,410. So let's see what we can color on there. 5410. All right, I can color 2 lines. I'll take that. This loan, it won't color over here because it's tape. Anyway, this loan is also a promotional thing. I mentioned it in my other video that I did on this. It is also 0 interest, but I have until October of 2019 to pay this off. So even though the balance is lower on this debt, once I get my state employees paid off, I'm still going to focus on this one just because I only have until July to pay that one off, but I've got until October to pay that one off. Right, next one. Let's check out my car loan. Robert the Niro. Last month his balance was at $23,868. It is now down to $23,582. Right. 23,582. Oh, I can't even close to coloring in a line there, but I didn't quite get it that low, so can't even color in any lines. Ah well. Next month. All right, now let's check out the student loan. Last month it was at $27,560. It dropped down to $27,437. Nope. Can't color in a line on that one either. Due to the amortization schedule, everything is going to interest on that. I can't wait to start paying big chunks off of it so I can get it gone faster. Okay. And the house, even though it's not part of the consumer debt, I still have the chart there just because it's fun to color in the lines. Let's see, the balance for the house now is down to $99,260. I'm going to make that one green because we got the one green over there. $99,260. Whoops, too high. Oh, yay, I can finally color in one line. I've had this chart printed since August of 2017, and I've been making my payments every month. And that is the way the amortization schedule works for a 30-year loan. You can make your payments every month and barely make a dent in your principal. All right. So that was all of the color charts. Overall, my consumer debt from last month to this month, my total balance last month was $70,235 that I owed. I am now down to $69,374. That is a difference of $860. I, of course, paid more than that towards debt, but, you know, with interest and things, you lose a lot of your payment towards interest. But my principal difference from last month to this month was about $860. So now, let's move over here and tear off some of these rings. 70,000. Finally into the 69s. And I got past 69,500. My balance is at 69,374, so I can tear that one off too. Yay, 2 more links gone. 2 more links in this massive chain of consumer debt. All right, so let's talk about goals for September. The first goal that I have is I would like to put at least another $1,200 in my state employees count. This past month in August, I was able to put in $1,139 into that account. So I'm going to up the ante and say, let me put in at least $1,200 this month, and I should be able to do that because I'm actually going to be working a little bit of overtime in September. That'll show up on my second paycheck. Also showing up on the second paycheck, I got a 2.5% raise at my job, so yay for that. That'll be a little extra money. Just going to throw it to debt right now. I would love to put it towards my retirement, but priorities. I have got to get this debt gone. And some atypical expenses that are going to pop up in September. I have to renew my registration for my job. That's a $75 fee every year that I pay just to maintain my registry. And also we have, I mentioned it in some of the videos before, but husband and I are going to go down to the beach fishing for the weekend, and last time we went to the beach, my fishing cart broke because I tried to buy a really cheap one, and it only made it through 3 trips before it broke, so lesson learned there. But I did have to spend another $100 to get me a replacement fishing cart, so, but this one's a little bit better, and it should last me for a lot longer. So money well spent there. And finally, this is not really a September goal, but net worth update. I actually figured out on mint.com how to add in my car as an asset. I know it's a depreciating asset, and some people say you shouldn't even count them, but whatever, Mint counts them as an asset, so I'm going to count it as an asset too. So I figured out how to add that on there. So between my retirement account, the house, and my car, all of those are my assets on Mint, and I still have all of this debt. So my net worth is still in the negative, but it's only in the negative by about $5,000. So it may not be my goal for September in particular, but by the end of the year, I would like to be net worth positive. So I should be able to accomplish that. We'll see. So let me know below how your August went. Did it go well? What are your September goals for the month? Comment below. And if you like these types of videos, then feel free to subscribe and follow along on my journey. It's going to be a long one, y'all. I'll see you in the next one.